Hi everyone, welcome to the next class in the second unit lecture series. In the last class we have derived Fourier transform from the Fourier series, from where we came to know the formula of Fourier transform and inverse Fourier transform formula also, and the Fourier spectrum also we have studied in the last class. Same as the Fourier series, even for the Fourier spectrum also there will be amplitude spectrum and frequency spectrum. In this class we'll see few Fourier transform technique on some standard signals. In your first unit you learned some standard signals, right? 12 standard signals you learned, like impulse signal, unit step signal, ramp signal. Like that we have seen some standard signals along with the graphical representation and functional representation. Both you have seen as the standard signals. Around 12 standard signals we have seen in the first unit. For that standard signal we will observe the Fourier transform. That means we will apply the Fourier transform for that standard signals. Now we will find the Fourier transform of the impulse signal, unit impulse signal. Here I am giving you the graphical representation and the functional representation, and you know unit impulse signal exists only at t is equal to 0. Rest of the t values it won't take any amplitude, right? And the Fourier transform formula x of omega. Now Fourier transform of del of t is what? Then integral minus infinity to infinity. Your x of t is del of t e power minus j omega t dt. And you have to integrate this one, integration of this one, and you know in the entire t range, t is from minus infinity to infinity, but your del of t exists where your del of t value is 1 only at t is equal to 0, and remaining del of t value 0. The integration value will be 0. Substitute e power after t is equal to 0, that is 1. Okay, then del of t Fourier transform will be 1. And the next signal is single-sided real exponential signal. Already you have seen in the standard signals real exponential signals. This you have seen e power minus at exponentially decreasing signal, and now I am asking you to only find it single side, only one side. That's why I have multiplied with u of t. Then u of t unit step signal, you know, unit step signal exists only for t greater than or equal to 0. Then these two get multiplied. For the negative side there is no signal, right? And this side multiplied by this gives you the result 0 only. So this side, for this the negative side the signal is absent. Only the signal which is in the nature of exponentially decreasing manner is present only for the positive axis of t. That's why I am calling it as a single-sided real exponential signal. Here A will take only the real values. For that we will find the Fourier transform now. Fourier transform formula x of omega is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of t into e power minus j omega t dt. Integration minus infinity to infinity. Now your e power minus at u of t e power minus j omega t dt. And your u of t signal exists where only u of t will be 1 from 0 to infinity. Then simplify this, minus t common a plus j omega t, and do its integration. That will be minus a plus j omega, and apply the limits 0 to infinity. That is 1 by a plus j omega, and apply the upper limit at the place of t infinity. That is e power minus infinity minus e power 0. E power minus infinity value will be 0. And what about e power 0? 1. Minus 1. Minus again minus is here. That is 1 by a plus j omega, which is Fourier transform representation, Fourier transform answer for e power minus at into u of t. Remember these standard representation answers carefully, because in the problem solving these are very helpful, and we should not forget this. And the next signal is double-sided real exponential signal. In the previous we have seen only the single sided real exponential signal, only one side we have seen. Now we will see for the two sides, for negative and for positive both. That function name is e power minus a mod t. For t less than 0, the signal will take the minus t value, which is e power at. This is e power at signal, and for t greater than 0, t will take the positive values, that is e power minus at. Now we will find the Fourier transform for that. X of omega is equal to minus infinity to infinity. X of t into e power minus j omega t dt is the formula. Now your integration limits will be changed. One is from minus infinity to 0. In that case, what is your signal? That is the negative range, right? What is your signal? E power at e power minus j omega t dt plus integration 0 to infinity. In this positive t range, your signal is e power minus at e power minus j omega t dt. Let us solve for this integration. E power and minus t is common. Minus t is common, and plus t is common, that is a minus j omega by a minus j omega is the integration, and apply the limits minus infinity to 0, and here e power minus t is common, which is a plus j omega, and that is minus of a plus j omega, and apply the limits 0 to infinity. Now 1 by a minus j omega and upper limit e power 0 is 1 and lower limit is e power minus infinity. E power minus infinity is 0, and then minus 1 by a plus j omega, and upper limit infinity, e power minus infinity is what? 0, and lower limit e power 0, that is minus 1. So finally 1 by a minus j omega and minus into minus plus by 1 plus a j omega, and simplify it a plus j omega plus a minus j omega by, and the denominator a plus ib and a minus ib, what it will be? A square plus omega square. J omega gets cancelled. Finally you got 2a by a square plus omega square is the Fourier transform of the double sided signal. And next signal is some constant x of t is equal to 1 amplitude. X of, for the entire range of t, the signal's amplitude is 1, and the existence of Fourier transform. The necessary and sufficient conditions for the Fourier transforms are there. We have seen in the last class. X of t must be absolutely integrable. Now observe. Now tell me, is this absolutely integrable? That means it is ranging towards the minus infinity to infinity. We can't find the area for this, and it is not absolutely integrable. For that we can't go for the direct formula for the Fourier transform. That's why we will go for inverse Fourier transform. We will try with the inverse Fourier transform. Is it coming or not? We will check for that. And inverse Fourier transform formula. Inverse Fourier transform formula. X of t is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of omega into e power j omega t d omega is the inverse Fourier transform. And then now I want to know the inverse Fourier transform. I can write ft inverse also. Inverse Fourier transform of del of omega. That is 1 by 2 pi integral over del of omega e power j omega t and d omega. And here this is also impulse function only. For various omega range, this integration must be evaluated for various omega range, and the function is del only. Then the integration value will be 1 at where e power j omega t, at where at omega is equal to 0. Del of omega is a unit impulse that exists at omega is equal to 0. The value is 1. Now substitute 1 by 2 pi. At the place of omega substitute 0, that is 1. You got a inverse Fourier of del of omega is equal to 1 by 2 pi. Then Then we can bring this 2 pi this side. Ft inverse of 2 pi into del of omega, you got 1. Then Ft inverse, if it moves to that side, that will be Ft of 1. Ft of 1 is 2 pi del of omega. So then you got right, x of t is 1. Fourier transform of 1, you got 2 pi into del of omega. Remember this. And next function is complex exponential function. Complex e power j omega naught a, and this is also not absolutely integrable function, and we can't go for the directly Fourier transform. Again we have to apply with the inverse Fourier transform. Let us check with one kind of function, inverse Fourier transform. Let us check for Ft inverse of del of omega minus omega naught. That is Ft inverse of del of omega minus omega naught is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral over minus infinity to infinity. Here the function is del of omega minus omega naught e power j omega t d omega, and this function we have to integrate. And what is this function? Del of omega minus omega naught is function is this is right shift. Del of omega is right shifted. For example, omega axis, and this is del of omega, and it is a right shift by omega naught. Now this is a del of omega minus omega naught. At here this is amplitude is 1. Then the remaining omega naught, remaining places of omega, the value, the amplitude doesn't exist. Now the integration is 1 by 2 pi, and the value is 1 e power j omega t. That value will be 1 at where? At only omega is equal to omega naught only. Substitute that 1 by 2 pi e power j omega naught t. Now what you got for Ft inverse of del of omega minus omega naught, right? And you can bring this 1 by 2 pi this side. 2 pi into del of omega minus omega naught. Then Ft inverse this side, what it will be? Ft of e power j omega naught t is 2 pi into del of omega minus omega naught. This is the Fourier transform formula for complex exponential function. And the next Fourier transform is signum function. And you know this is also one of the standard signals, right? How the signum function will be look like? The signum function for the entire positive axis of t, the value will be 1. For the entire negative axis of t, the value will take the minus 1. If t is equal to 0, there is some uncertainty for signum function. Okay. Then, and it is also not absolutely integrable because it is extending up to infinity. So we can't do integration. That's why we cannot go for the direct Fourier transform. And we need some alternation for that. And considering x of t is equal to signum of t, limit a tends to 0 e power minus a mod t and signum of t. Here I am making one extra arrangement which doesn't affect on the original signum function. A tends to 0 means e power 0, again it is 1 signum only. Now for this function we will apply the Fourier transform for that. Mod t, here the function mod t is there. Mod t means it will take the plus t sometime and minus t sometime because your t range is minus infinity to infinity. Then if t takes positive value, that is e power minus a t, and the signum will be 1, right? 1 means u of t. And if t takes negative value, minus a minus t, that is e power a t, and that will be minus 1, that is u of minus t. Okay. Now we will apply the Fourier transform for that. Limit a tends to 0 and this entire function here e power minus j omega t. Let us split limit a tends to 0 and integration e power minus a t e power minus j omega t dt. Here u of t value is 1. When it will be 1? Only from 0 to infinity. And next this side minus integration e power minus e power a t and e power a t u of minus t. When it will be 1 u of minus t? From minus infinity to 0. E power minus j omega t dt. This is the second term and this limit is for overall. And now the integration part, minus t will be common, that will be e power minus of a plus j omega t. And here also e power a minus j omega t is a simplification, and integration will be minus of a plus j omega and apply the limits 0 to infinity. And here also that will be a minus j omega after integration and apply the limits from minus infinity to 0. Okay, then apply the limits, upper limit and lower limit, e power minus infinity upper limit and minus e power 0. And even for the second term also apply the upper limit and lower limit. E power minus infinity will become 0. Limit a tends to 0 minus 1 by a plus j omega, and here minus e power 0 is there, that is minus 1. So plus 1 is the first term and second term will be minus 1 by a j omega. Simplify the term, limit a tends to 0, a minus j omega minus a minus j omega, and in the denominator a plus j omega and a minus j omega will become what? A square plus omega square, and here a gets cancelled, minus 2j omega by a square plus omega square. Limit a tends to 0. Apply a is equal to 0 wherever a appears here, that is minus 2j omega by omega square, and this one gets cancelled. Finally you are getting minus 2j by omega is the Fourier transform of the signal function. And the next signal is unit step function, and you know unit step function exists for t greater than or equal to 0, and it is also not absolutely integrable, and we will not go for the direct formula of Fourier transform. Then we need one alternate one, and you know the relation between the signum of t and u of t in the first unit itself, and again I am going to remind you again. Signum of t function 1 for t greater than 0 and minus 1 for t less than 0, right? And I am going to add 1 to both sides, 1 plus here, 1 plus to the both sides. Then what it will become? It will be 1 plus 1 2 and it will be 0. And in the second function unit step signal only, but I am doing the amplitude scaling 2 into u of t, that is 2 0 again. So what you can confirm here, 1 plus signum of t is equal to 2 into u of t. This is the relation between signum function and the unit step function. I am going to use that one. U of t is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 signum of t. And I am applying Fourier transform for this. I want to know the Fourier transform of unit step function, Fourier transform of 1 by 2 and Fourier transform of signum of t. And 1 by 2 is constant, I will bring outside. Fourier transform of 1 plus 1 by 2 Fourier transform of signum of t. Just now we have solved, right? Fourier transform of constant 1, Fourier transform of signum of t. Just now you have solved. I am using that one again. 1 by 2. What you got? Fourier transform of 1 is 2 pi into del of omega. And 1 by 2, what you got the Fourier transform of signum of t? 2 by j omega you got. Finally you got Fourier pi into del of omega 1 by j omega is the Fourier transform of unit step function. And the next function is rectangular function. And this rectangular function over some period minus tau by 2 to tau by 2, the amplitude is 1. For that we have to find the Fourier transform. Fourier transform of this rectangular function x of t. Formula integration minus infinity to infinity, the function exists only between minus tau by 2 to tau by 2 and amplitude is 1, e power minus j omega t dt is the formula. Then e power minus j omega t by minus j omega and apply the limits minus tau by 2 to tau by 2 here tau is the width, minus 1 by j omega outside, and substitute the upper limit, e power minus j omega tau by 2 minus e power j omega tau by 2. And you know what is the sin theta formula? Sin theta formula, e power j theta minus e power minus j theta by 2j, isn't it? And cos theta formula, e power j theta plus g power minus j theta by 2. Then here I want to make it as a sine formula, but this minus this side and this plus e power j theta minus e power minus j theta and 1 by omega here. I will rearrange again, e power j omega theta by minus j omega minus tau by 2 and j here. And which term is missing? What are required to write it as a sign? 2 is required. So divide and multiply by the 2. Then that is what? 2 by omega sine omega tau by 2. Sine omega tau by 2. Then I am going to make one more arrangement here. Omega here, tau by 2 into tau by 2 arrangement I am doing here. And this 2 gets cancelled, and this tau is in the numerator. Tau into, I got sine omega tau by 2 by omega tau by 2. What about the sinc function? Did you remember the sinc function? Sinc of x means what? Sin x by x is the sinc function. And it is also looking like sin x by x, same term, x by x. I can write it as a sinc function. Sinc of omega tau by 2. This is a Fourier transform of rectangular curves. And the next signal is cos omega naught t signal. And you can write the cos omega naught t function as e power j omega naught t plus e power minus j omega naught t by 2. Let us apply the Fourier transform for that. 1 by 2 is constant, you can bring outside. And Fourier transform of e power j omega naught t plus Fourier transform of e power minus j omega naught t. And just now you have finished the Fourier transform of the complex exponential signal. What you got there? 1 by 2 2 pi of del omega minus omega naught, and e power minus j instead of omega naught, here minus omega naught is here, and that change you can replace here, del plus omega naught, and here 2 gets cancelled. Finally pi of plus del of omega plus omega naught is the Fourier transform of cos. Similarly, and the 11th one, last one will be